The achievement gap is an inequity in education due to outside factors. This inequity began near the early 1900s, where education became more prominent. Especially in the 1900s, the achievement gap between minorities and white children were very significant. This has led to significant events in history such as the Brown v. Board of Education case, where segregation was officially outlawed. Another being the Plessy v. Ferguson case, where separate but equal was constitutional. Since then, we have come a long way. From the civil rights movement until now, the racial achievement gap has significantly lowered, but the income achievement gap, in response, has augmented, and that initial inequality has led to our modern-day achievement gap.
Oftentimes you hear about an achievement gap between the races, between whites and blacks. However, there's very little information on income.
Income inequality has real results, and what it does is it strips people of opportunity.
Children born into poverty are half as likely to graduate high school as their peers. Those that do graduate have, on average, an 8th grade skill level. The reason I chose the income achievement gap was because I know our economy is in a tough position. With unemployment rates at 7.5%, it's hard for students to afford the necessary supplies they need for school. Another reason being that Fairfax County itself doesn't really acknowledge the income achievement gap in comparison to the racial gap. This is why my implementation revolves around communication. My whole goal is to spread awareness and let people know that the achievement gap isn't limited to race. Initially, I planned to poll people around the school on their income and GPA and to send the results to Jack Dale, Superintendent of Fairfax County. The reason I decided against this was because I found out that the achievement gap was already a big issue in Fairfax County, and that a polling of the minority achievement gap has already been signed by Jack Dale. The income achievement gap was ignored, which gave me an idea for my second implementation. The first thing I did was create a blog. I wanted to establish my progress and have a site where I could base my research off of. I connected the blog with my Facebook and Twitter so that more people could be informed. Next, I gathered my own data. What I did was pull several students from different counties and their parental income to GPA ratio. I did this at Stotesbury, Philadelphia. The reason why I chose to pull rowers is because competitions such as Stotesbury vary in counties and have large quantity of people. My polling showed a higher academic gap than Fairfax County's data. Lastly, I made a petition in which I plan to send to Jack Dale once I hit 100 signatures. I want to petition the lack of awareness of the income achievement gap on the Fairfax County website. So far, I only have 15 signatures. Hopefully by mid-June, I'll have enough signatures so that I can send my results and petition to Jack Dale. In order to spread the word, I use social media sites such as Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook. This is something that I will continue doing until I've made a change.